Nico, I know you know how to do the basic functions. I want to show you an issue that you might come across when you're working with those functions.
Okay, great.
We're looking at our regions workbook, and we have some quarter data here. You notice that we have a commission column. Your job is to calculate the commission for each agent. So we know the commission rate is 15%. You see that there in cell J2. How do you think you would go about calculating a commission for each person?
Well, we'll just take the totals in column G and then multiply it by J2.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and do that. As you know, we're just going to type in an equal sign to start with. And then I always click in the cells. So click in cell G6. We'll use the asterisk for multiplication.
And then we're going to click on J2.
Exactly. So simple formula equals G6 times J2. Go ahead and enter.
And there's the commission rate.
Right, you get 89 something for our friend Smith. Of course, we don't want to enter that individually for each person, so we're going to copy that formula. We'll go back to H6. We'll catch that green box on the corner. When you put your mouse over it, you get the black plus sign, and we're just going to double click there to copy down the column.
Okay, so it didn't calculate things as we thought it would.
You have a lot of unhappy salespeople right now, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
We need to fix that. So let's figure out what happened, because the first one worked, and that's the correct number. So clearly the problem was when we copied it. So let's go to the line for Turner in cell H7. Let's just click on that formula. Read that off for me from the formula bar.
So it's taking G7 and multiplying it by J3, which is a blank cell.
Go ahead and double click in that formula and you'll get the visual of that. And you're right, that's exactly what's happening. These are what we call relative references and therefore a relative copy. What that means is that when you copy a formula, it is adjusting those rows and columns relative where it was to where you're going, one row down, one column across, that type of thing. Most of the time we love that. Excel's like thinking way ahead of us, right? We love it. But in this case, clearly that's a problem.
Right.
So what we need to do is we need to change one from relative to what we call absolute. And absolute just means don't change it when I copy it.
Got it.
So which cell needs to be absolute?
J2.
Right. So hit escape to get out of this formula. We'll just clear that. We go back to the formula that is correct, and we just need to make that J2 absolute. Now there's several ways to do that, but you know I'm going to show you the easy way, right?
Please do.
So on the formula bar, click after the 2 and the J2 so you're in that cell reference, and let's press F4 on the keyboard.
Oh, and there's dollar signs in front of J and 2.
That's Excel's clue to make that absolute. So when it sees dollar signs, it is not going to change it when you copy the formula.